You're right guys, it's Capgun Tom here and I'm back for another episode of Road to Recovery. So the first thing that we're going to do as always is go into our trade pile, check what we've sold. As you can see we've sold absolutely tons, which is always good to see. Made some great profits on some of those players, you know, picking up like maybe 1,000 coins on like 2 or 3, 4 players, which is a good profit, you know, you can't complain with that. So good profit, and we'll list up the other ones, just drop their price a little bit so we can get rid of them. I mean, it's no point keeping them in your trade pile because there's just no point. Anyway, first team we come up against is one of these bronze/gold teams, and you know, I always like playing these when they don't strengthen the back enough because it makes it so easy to break them down and just score a lot of goals. Because mainly I get the ball and hold it between their midfield and defence, so they don't even get to use their gold players. So what's the point of having them? Anyway, we got our first goal through Sumahuro in the 5th minute, which was pretty nice, made me feel pretty confident. Rudy then getting the second in the 9th minute, barely any time between the two goals, so I was pretty happy with the performance so far. We were doing really good. I even scored this sweaty goal, I don't know why, just because I happened to be there. I think that's all I've got to say. Anyway, we went through on the 28th minute with Shite, and we actually managed to just about lob the ball into the goal, but unfortunately this happens. Now at first I was like, well, that's it, he's rage quit, all happy, we get our win, you know, what more do you want, you know, we've already finished the game, 30 minutes in, got 4 goals, but it actually turned out that I had lost connection of the servers, so yeah, I was absolutely devastated. Well, not devastated, but I was pissed off because really trying to work hard to keep the record really high, and you know, losses through disconnections just aren't cool. So anyway, the record's 49, 1 and 5, so it's not that bad. And we go off and do some trading. Now, the way I was trading was I was looking at players in 4-1-2-1-2, 4-4-2, 4-3-3, 4-3-2-1 formations in either Liga do Brazil, Serie A, be it Barclays Premier League and Pro League, because those are the leagues I happen to know the prices of, and they're also the most prolific for, you know, expensive silver players, so you could hopefully pick up a bargain. Now I just went through and I bought a whole load of them, and what I'll do is I'll probably release a technique tomorrow to show you exactly what I mean by this. I mean, I have done videos on it before, but a refresher video I'm sure you wouldn't mind, especially when it works so well. Anyway, you can see here we go into our next game, and come up against this again, bronze back, gold forwards, and he also has a gold goalkeeper, which is probably a good idea. It's always a good idea to have the gold goalkeeper rather than having one gold centre back, because a gold goalkeeper is like literally light years ahead of a bronze keeper. So anyway, we get our first goal through Tishite into 23rd minute, which was awesome. I was pretty happy with that. We actually increased our league again just before half time, doing some nice work there, and Gillette, as we always know, Gillette is the best man can get, and he scored an absolute cracker, and that's how the game ended, 2-0. There was no more goals after that, so I didn't feel the need to show anything else. Anyway, we go into the next game. We come up against this Korean silver team with a gold Korean forward. I know he plays for Arsenal, but I'm not going to try and say his name because it's too difficult, but it didn't take us too long to start off the scoring in this game. 12 minutes in, Rudy going through and absolutely blitzing it home. And then another suspect penalty, getting sort of sick of those. I mean, I thought I was just running alongside him. I don't think I was even holding the button. So I was very confused when he gave the penalty. And you know, penalties are just almost impossible to save. You have to get lucky really to save a penalty. I mean, I do have techniques as to what I like to do to try and save them, but usually when they fire them down the middle, high into the net, there's pretty much no way you can save them. So I was a bit upset about that, especially since I was struggling to score against him again. But we actually got the flip side, and we actually got the penalty ourselves in the 75th minute, which is awesome. And we put Gillette on it just because he'd already scored one. I thought his composure might be a bit better. I don't know if that even comes into effect, but he did happily put it away, firing it high over the goalkeeper. Like I said, very difficult for them to save. And yeah, that made it 2-1 to us. And from that point, he had a bit of a collapse, to be honest. You can see here, Shite going through and scoring a nice goal. And he also doesn't defend well in the next goal either. you can see here, he throws it straight out to my player, and Shite doing some work and a nice finesse into the far corner to get the goal. So that was the end of that game. We won that 4-1, which was pretty beast. And I have to apologise for how long this episode is. It isn't very long at all, but there's a massive signing in this, and that is thanks to a guy called Kazi91 from the stream. He wanted to donate Donk to the Pro League team, so we'll take this informed Donk, who's worth an absolute bomb. I'm thinking that I'll probably trade it back to him after we've done the next 2 episodes. Yeah, we'll just use him for that and see how good he is, because he looks like an absolute tank. I mean, the regular one's a tank, so I'm sure this one will be an absolute tank as well. Anyway, the last thing I've got to say is that we've decided on which team we will be making in the next section of the series, and that will be a Bundesliga team. And now what I want you to do is head over to the same Facebook page I sent you to last time. There's a link in the description, and there's a poll with a whole load of formations on it, and I want you to go and choose the formation you want me to make the team in. So we're going to have to do Bundesliga in a certain formation. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I will leave it all there. A like would be really appreciated, and I will see you all next time.